Well, last year I set a goal that I would land my first tech job. I knew that I want to work on the tech. I just didn't know when it would happen or how, but I finally did. I landed my first tech job, and not just anywhere. I'm working at Meta on the Reality Labs team with the Meta glasses. This is the story of how a self-employed videographer with zero tech background made a complete career switch. It took me months of studying, tons of rejection, and even messaging that I thought was a scam but was real. So if you are out there grinding, hustling, wondering if it's worth, this video is for you. So why I switched careers? Well, for years I worked as a photographer and videographer, which I still do during the weekends as a side hustle now. Fully self-employed, building my brand, hustling, calling clients every day, trying to grow and make money out there with photography and videography. It was creative, flexible, and I loved the freedom that I had. But being self-employed also comes with ups and downs. Some months were very good, but some months it's very bad. And as I started getting older, the freedom is good, the flexibility was nice, but stability was starting to matter more to me. I was looking for something that could give me consistent income, long-term growth, and also the option to maybe work remotely. That's when I started to think about switching careers and moving to the techie. So how was my roadmap? Let me share with you guys. First thing and the most important, I got a mentor. Sam, my friend, my Indian tech dude. He worked for more than 10 years at Intel, and he was the first person that I contacted when I had this first idea. We went out for lunch one day and he broke things down for me, and the first thing that he told me was to learn Python. That was my first step. He told me, start learning Python if you like. After that, we're gonna have another conversation for the next steps. So what I did, I jumped into online course, Udemy, YouTube, free tutorials, everything that I could find about Python, I was taking a look, but always following a program so I wouldn't be lost. So I got a course on Udemy called Python from Zero to Hero from Jose Portello or something like that. I'm gonna leave the link here for you guys. That was the first course that I took, and it gave me a very solid base to start understanding how a programming language works. After I finished that course, I felt like I hit a wall. I didn't know what to do next. Like, I knew how to write for loops, but how do I use this in real life, you know? So then I reached out to Sen again and I asked for my next step, and he told me to learn a little bit about pandas. But I took that step too far away. I enrolled in a full data science course. And I kind of hated that. I mean, in the beginning it was nice, manipulating some data and etc. But when I got to the machine learning, matplotlib, seaborn, and these, a lot of mathematics, I was like, no, that's not for me. So I was like, I need to do something else. So after that whole data science detour, I reached out to Sen again, and he broke down for me like different paths and where I could go and learn and study. And the options were developer, quality assurance tester, cybersecurity, project manager, scrum master, data science, and data analysis. And I was like, okay, data science, I already know that I don't like it. All of these options are nice, but I had to be real with myself. First, I didn't want to go deep into heavy coding like developers and data science do. I'm not even good in maths. I wanted to work in tech, but to start somewhere I could really break in now, not in like 2, 3, 4 years. So I went for the QA, the quality assurance side, focusing on software testing. It was the most practical option for me. I could still use logic, problem solving, and communication skill, but without needing to become a hardcore coder from day one. I found the QA bootcamp on Udemy and I really enjoy it. I started learning about manual testing, test cases, test scenario, bug reports, user stories, acceptance criteria, and all of that stuff. Then I moved to automation. I switched from Python to Java, and I learned web automation with Selenium, API tests with Postman, TestNG, JUnit, Playwright, and etc. And I was taking the study very serious, like every day 4 hours no matter what. Sometimes I was studying like 6-8 hours during the weekend or something like that. And I was still running my videography business and a side hustle. And to make more time, I stopped editing my videos and I hired an editor for me. And I was trying to stay away from my phone to really focus on it. The next step was the job hunt, plus of course the rejections. After finishing my bootcamp, a few courses here and there, building a portfolio with my project, I upload everything on GitHub and I start to apply for jobs. I was really confident, but I got nothing. No interviews, no callback, just silence. Sometimes just an automatic email saying that they moved with another person. At that point I realized that I had to do more than just apply for jobs. So then I found a guy on YouTube, Coach Rafa. He's also QA and I found him because one of his videos about portfolio and projects. And we started interaction on YouTube, Instagram, etc. And one day he invited me to his show to talk about my journey. So we had this conversation on his live on YouTube and he gave me the advice to reach out to people, to offer my job for free, to get more experience like in a real project so I could really work and put in practice everything that I was studying. So after that conversation, I started to reach out everyone that I knew in tech, friends, old connection, etc. And one friend, also Rafael, he gave me the opportunity to start. He already have an app running and he's building a new project, and he told me if you wanted to test it, feel free. He just gave me access to the Figma design and that's it. I had a Figma design, some ideas, all the knowledge that I got with my course and bootcamp, and I started working on his project. And that experience was really good. It gave me hands-on experience, something unique to work and to talk about, and also gave me the confidence to say, I worked on this project, I did this in this project, this was my work. So then the LinkedIn message also changed everything. And to be honest, in the beginning I thought it was a scam. So this lady sent me a message on LinkedIn saying how my resume was impressive, how my projects were very good, and if I was interested in a position. I was like, yeah, of course, might be a scam or something like that. And I was like, okay, which position, where? And she was like, oh, this is a position for Facebook. I was like, okay, that's a scam. So again, I messaged my mentor and say, hey, look where I received it. And he was like, bro, this is not a scam, this is legit. I know this company, this is a big company, Ninja. I was like, oh, okay, my bad. And I was like, okay, so what should I do? It's like, bro, just do the interview. You're not gonna get the job, you don't have experience, but you definitely need interview experience. So just do it and see how it goes. So I didn't prepare at all because the interview was the same day that they messaged me. So I did the interview. So then they messaged me the next day saying that I passed for the second phase. I did the second phase. And a few days later, they messaged me saying that I was selected to the position, and I proved my mentor wrong. So why and how I got the job? Was I 100% ready for the job? To be honest, no. But there was one very specific reason they picked me. I'm a native Portuguese speaker from Brazil. They were looking for someone that speaks Portuguese for a key role, and there was like a perfect match. I was like, okay, let's do it. And you might be asking, what do I do at Meta, right? Well, I'm working on the Reality Labs team, specifically for the Meta Glass. I'm one of the testers for the new features for the Meta Glasses, and our team has like 25 people. And it's so cool because I'm learning a lot every day, like getting real hands-on experience, networking with product manager, developers, other QAs. It's like a new world for me, like really understanding how one of the biggest tech company handles like product development, testing, release, new features, and etc. So if you're still watching and trying to break it into tech, here are my advice. First and the most important, get a mentor. It's gonna make you save time, gonna make you save money, and you're gonna get some shortcut and advice that you wouldn't get by yourself. Second, be flexible, try different things. You can see what exactly you like. Like I said, like I started with data science and then I moved to QA. So then you're gonna find something that you really enjoy and you can keep going. Third advice, don't overlearn. Build real projects and put them out. Upload them on your GitHub, on your LinkedIn, and show your projects because the opportunity is gonna come to you as well. Even if you don't feel ready, apply anyways, you never know. Look where I am right now. I started this journey looking for stability and freedom, and now I'm working at one of the biggest tech companies in the world, and that's just the beginning. I know where I wanted to get. My goal now is to learn as much as possible, get experience, grow inside the company, and be ready for new opportunities. So if you are in a similar path, if you have any question, drop a comment here. I'm gonna reply everyone. And if this video helped you or inspired you, give it a like, and I see you guys soon.